using supersized caskets.
Krispy Kreme should offer their logo on a casket.
Roe and Gary, weekdays 2 to 6 p.m. on News Talk 890 WLS.
7:38, 22 until 8 o'clock. I don't know whether we're ready to throw tea into the harbor yet, but I want your opinion on this thing because I am an honest person, and I believe you are too. I think you work hard, you pay your bills, and when somebody says you've got to pay your taxes, you pay your taxes. And I really am. I don't want to load your gun for you. I don't want to set you off. Here's the basic story. The state of Illinois is offering just about anybody who owes back taxes a chance to come clean without a penalty. Now, the governor of this state comes into office, there's a deficit. Now, I understand why he wants to do a lot of things to reduce the deficit, and I've been with Blago a lot.
He's trying to generate income for the state of Illinois.
But this one goes off the edge, as far as I'm concerned. Now, the Revenue Department Director, Brian Hammer, said, amnesty is an extraordinary opportunity to pay back taxes with no questions asked. Now, here's the deal. If you are an individual or a business and you owe the state of Illinois income tax or sales tax from July of 1983 through June of 2002, you will be allowed to pay up without any interest charge or any penalty for a 6-week period starting tomorrow.
That is thousands and thousands of dollars.
If you pay,
in penalties,
you get your slate wiped clean. If you don't pay by November 17th, oh, here's the threat. You're going to face double the interest and penalty charges. Oh, well, I can see how you were shaking in your boots over the penalty and interest
since
all these years.
1988.
Now, the tax amnesty, you can't just throw this on to Blago. Although he did sign it into law, it was approved by the legislature during its spring session as a way to bring in extra dollars and help fill the state's $5 billion budget deficit. Now, they say it's a way of letting people get a fresh start. I would ask, why? Why? They say the offer applies to any taxes owed the state, including sales tax, but they said the gloves are off November 18th with the expiration of the offer. You know, my question would be, why not take the gloves off now? Why are you waiting until November 18th?
Because they want to get revenue.
Well,
all right, does that make you feel the fool if you have paid penalties because you miscalculated? I mean, all you have to do is miss 110.99, have one that doesn't come in, and you've got to pay penalties for being late. You have to pay the
now, let me tell you, Mr. Hammer, Brian Hammer, the Revenue Department Director, Brian Hammer, said he does not believe that this amnesty sends a message that it's okay to not pay taxes. What message does it send? If you don't pay your taxes from 1983 until now, and you owe penalties and interest up to kazoo, and they say, forget the interest and penalties. Now, what about the person who in 1983 paid their taxes, and in 1984 paid their taxes, and 85, and 86, and 87, and 88, 89, 90, and go through all of those years, they paid their taxes. They don't get to use that money, do they? But if you didn't pay your taxes in 1983 and 84 and 85 and 86 and 87, you can take thousands of dollars, put them into the simplest little investment. You can put it into a CD at your bank. And you get to make money on all that money that you didn't pay, and come to 2003, and they say, just pay the tax, and you don't have to pay any interest or penalties. Now, don't you, as the person who's the honest taxpayer, feel like you've just been shafted?
Do you know how much the penalties would be after 15 years? This is since 1988 on up to 2003.
I feel like a schmuck for paying my taxes. I feel like a complete loser, like I have been had. Oh, excuse me. I was interested in your opinion.
Let's talk to Amy on the Northwest Tollway. Good morning, Amy. Welcome to WLS.
Good morning, Don and Roma. I'm calling actually because for 9 years, my daughter's father has not paid taxes except for one time. And the reason being, which I feel the majority of them, is because they owe back child support. The one time that he did file was approximately 6 years ago, and the penalties and interest on it was so high that there was actually nothing left for my daughter. There was like maybe a couple $100, but thousands of dollars went to the government instead of the child, which I feel is really unfair to the kids because, you know, in the state of Illinois, it's very hard with child support to collect it through the state anyways. But yet, the one time the father does end up paying something, it all goes to the government instead of the kid.
For your children.
Yeah.
That's right, and that's very hard.
Yeah.
Hey, look, deadbeat dads is an issue that can get us going for hours.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But it's something that, you know, really maybe the state should start thinking about, too, when it comes to the kids.
All right. Thank you, Amy.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Thank you for the insight on that.
Mike is in Chicago. Welcome to WLS.
Good morning,
What do you think
Mike.
about the tax amnesty program?
Good morning, folks.
Hi,
It's
Mike.
pretty obvious to me what's going on here. Didn't Blagojevich owe the IRS some money, his campaign fund?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I think he probably owes the Illinois state tax some money, too, and some penalties. So it's a way of getting around that.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, except
But
that it's the entire legislature
voted
passed
this
this.
well before.
Well, okay, I just thought that may have...
No,
That's
that's
funny.
nice. Thank you. I
It's a
appreciate
good
that.
irony, isn't it?
Look, if you're an honest taxpayer and you pay your taxes, look, you can resent taxes all you want, but, you ante up. It's time to pay, you pay. And now they just say, oh, you're an idiot for having paid your taxes. That's basically what the government is now saying. You're an idiot and a real sucker for having paid your taxes.
They sent 185,000 notices for these back taxes.
Let's go to...
They're expecting to get over $100 million.
I want to talk
if
to
they
Paul.
collect it.
Paul's on Lakeshore Drive. Welcome to WLS.
Hey, Don and Roma.
Hey, Paul.
You know, they're actually getting a better deal than that because if you think about the fact that they avoid the penalties, but they also are paying dollars that are worth less today than they were in 1983.
Right you are. Right you are. $1 in 1983 bought a heck of a lot more groceries than it does today.
And they've had
discount.
the use of it all these years. So
Yeah.
But how do you feel as an honest taxpayer? Don't you feel like you're a sucker?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you always feel like you're a sucker when you do anything with the government.
But I mean, some certain taxes are necessary. But here we've all paid our taxes, and now they suddenly say all honest taxpayers are a bunch of suckers.
Hey, but we have a beautiful football stadium to watch the Bears.
Hey, watch those tax dollars
Okay,
at
thanks,
work.
Paul. Oh man.
Well, taxes are inequitable, though. You see people who play the loopholes and get out without paying any taxes, and the rest of us just pay. You pay what's owed, period.
Yeah, it just seems so very... Peter's on the Northwest Tollway.
Good morning, Peter. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
So let me lie down on the shrink couch and explain to me why I feel this certain anger.
Well, I think the reason that you feel that you're being had on
Yes.
is because you've been had.
I see. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Then you're not crazy. They are out to get you.
All right, thanks.
But I think the worst of it is that we're all being had, and we're all being had not only for all the interest and penalties that the deadbeat taxpayers owe us, but we're out there principal also. At least we can get that back this way. And I'll tell you personally, I wouldn't want to have the government sword hanging over me like that for 20 years.
I know. Yeah, that's what bothers most honest people. They say, "Well, look, I don't like the taxes, but I'll pay it because I don't want dunning letters. I don't want to worry about a knock on my door at midnight or when well, of course they don't come at midnight. That would be
That would be
I wish they would.
frightening. Let's talk to Jocko on 55.
Hi, you're on WLS.
I'm telling you, Don, I don't understand why more politicians just don't listen to your program. Daley could learn eloquence and speech and pronunciation from Roma, and the rest of them can learn some common sense for you. If we need the money so bad in this state, Why don't they just take the money? Don't give them a break. Don't give them an out. Don't give them a chance. They've had how many years of chances that they've abused?
Yeah.
This governor and everybody else in the policy and procedure program they're trying every way in the book to try and get money for the state. They're trying to take tollway money. They've subsidized the Bears for the stadium by extra taxation, and the American public is paying for it again. It's just absolutely absurd.
How about the government should write legislation, the state government down in Springfield, giving a rebate to all the people who dutifully paid their taxes every year? Why not give us a rebate?
There you go.
That is an absolutely great idea. It's very common sense, and it's very logical, and it's a great incentive. I'm appalled that I can't think of a better word for the politicians than prostitutes. They are just absolute monsters for the money, and yet where is all the money? I know Roma has an education background. Where is all the money that we spent? U-46 out by Elgin is broke. Where did all the money go?
Well, good question. Thanks.
You bet.
This tax amnesty program, it really reeks. And when they say the offer applies to any taxes owed to the state, including sales tax, but then the threat, here's the threat, the gloves are off November 18th with the expiration of the offer. I don't understand why the gloves aren't off now.
Okay, so if you paid a penalty over the past few years, you ought to send them a bill and tell them they owe you for that penalty that you paid, plus interest.
I thought taxes had to be enacted uniformly. You can't say, one group of people gets to pay the sales tax and the other doesn't, or one person pays the penalty and another doesn't. If you've paid a penalty and interest on any of your income or sales taxes in the past, then shouldn't you get a rebate on that interest and penalty? Because how can they
You dutifully paid up.
You paid up. These people didn't. There's somebody thinks you are a bigger sucker than you are. And every person in the state legislature who voted for this, believe me, they aren't going to get my vote. I don't give a damn what party they're in or what kind of a sob story they give me. They stink. They stink. They stink. It's rotten. It's lousy.
Bears.
Screwing good, honest taxpayers is not the way to ensure your re-election. It's 10 minutes to 8, WLS.
Play it to the max. Come on and spin it. Take it to the top. Don't wait another minute. You know you got to get to Harrah's, oh yeah.
Now get more at Harrah's East Chicago with free parking and free admission 24 hours a day. Plus, Total Rewards gives you more than ever. Now your play adds up on slots and tables. Earn and redeem rewards at Harrah's East Chicago, plus 25 casinos nationwide. Use your rewards for favorites like sumptuous buffets and steak dinners, or save them up for new premium rewards like TVs, laptops, digital cameras, even luxury cruises, cars, and trips. Introducing more at Harrah's East Chicago. Free parking, free admission 24 hours a day, and a more rewarding Total Rewards. Because more is better.
You know you gotta get to Harrah's, oh yeah.
Must be 21 or older to gamble. Known to stop before you start. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Gosh, 8 minutes to 8 already. 8 until 8, the WLS Chicagoland 3-day forecast.
Well, you can kiss September goodbye with a sunny, breezy, cool day and a high of 58. Tonight, clear skies, frost away from the city, low of 35. Tomorrow, partly sunny, high of 54. Thursday, partly sunny, high of 52. I guess we're heading into pumpkin country. Sunny, breezy, cool today with a high of 58.
42 O'Hare, 44 Midway to page 40, Lakefront 47, 8 minutes to 8, WLS, time saver traffic, Mark Napoleon.
Bushmouth and Pumpkin Puss, you remember them?
No.
I thought those were your nicknames.
Early in the day. Those are Hanna-Barbera cartoons. You don't remember them?
Of course.
Hey, Pumpkin Puss. You remember that?
Oh, you're doing voices now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was doing there.
Okay.
You didn't read the script that says right there.
You know, Mark Napoleon actually is not a human being. He is a cartoon. For those of you on the radio who've never seen him, he's actually a cartoon.
Yes, I am. I am animated and fictitious.